That's like a Gen Z thing.
Are you tired of the same old sports media? Are you tired of hot takes, arguments, and questions that are just completely off base?
I don't give you consent to
Luckily,
process.
we have something for you. Touchdowns and tangents of the people, for the people, by people who care about the culture and all its concise commentary.
What's up, good people? Live from Hawthorne, California, it's the dynamic duo Touchdowns with Tangents. I'm PD Camarillo.
I'm Kenneth Wheezy F. Berry.
And we got the amazing producer, Nikki, on the line. She's got a claw, no loss, and also a cat.
Running through the money. Like Alex Grinch running through the tunnel for the last time.
But yeah, so if you've never listened to this show before, this is your Thursday night spot for NFL takes, topical tangents, and concise commentary for the culture. With that, there's a lot of shit to talk about this week. I did not watch Thursday Night Football. I semi-listened to it.
It was the worst, two of the worst teams in the league.
Did you catch it, Nikki?
16-13, Panthers lost.
Unfortunately.
Any thoughts?
You poor soul.
No thoughts, just sadness.
Why is Frank Wright coaching the Panthers?
White privilege.
It seems like such a missed opportunity. Like
Steve Wilkes had them almost in the playoffs with Andy Dalton.
I just feel like you got an old white dude to coach a young team.
Rebuilding team.
You got a old white coach to coach a young, like, transcendent talent.
He has talent, but he definitely needs an offensive line because when you're left tackle,
the Panthers definitely shouldn't be as trash as they are. Like, they have some talent.
Their O-line is trash, and their left tackles.
Their O-line has been trash.
Their left tackle is giving up 7 sacks, and he was like a top 10 pick. He should really be playing guard, but he's playing left tackle. Out of North Carolina, Icky.
I'm still waiting for the receiver they took over Amon-Ra to do anything.
Well, he hasn't really got much burn because they keep signing receivers and then not giving him any real play time.
So does that speak
receiver?
to what he is? Yeah.
Terrence Marshall?
Yeah, there you go. He's nice.
He's good, but I mean, I think
clearly he's not.
No, like
the
only person that Bryce Young completes like 87%.
But tell me Amon-Ra wouldn't be perfect for them right now.
He'd be wasting talent there too.
I don't know. I think
just
he'd be
like
perfect.
Brian Burns is wasting talent on that defense. What I'm saying is, Bryce Young completes 87% of his passes to Adam Thielen. Everybody else, his completion percentage and like quarterback rating is just ass to the floor.
But Amon-Ra is like a smaller.
No, he's a slot receiver, but that doesn't mean anything. Randy Moss on the Raiders had 1,000 yards, but Randy Moss, before he got in the Hall of Fame, said he wasn't a Raider.
Yeah, sure. All right, moving on. Week 9 highlights. The Chiefs held off the Dolphins. Stroud broke the rookie passing record with a miraculous win over the Bucs.
Goated. That man is goated.
Dobbs came in for the Vikings, put 31 on the Falcons.
And he's from Alpharetta, Georgia. So, there you go.
Anything else from Week 9? The Raiders actually showed up, which was cool.
Yep.
We'll see how long it lasts.
Raiders beat the dog.
At least they showed up.
Beat the dog shit out the Giants, had 8 sacks, and the Chargers said, "Hold my beer," and somehow made Zach Wilson, have like 49 pass completions.
Honestly, they should have had more, bro.
They had 8 sacks.
Honestly,
had like 3.
They whiffed on like 3. Like, Khalil Mack could have had 2 more, and Joey Bosa could have had like 2 more, honestly.
Truly, I think he had like 3. So,
yeah.
It's kind of crazy. And then they had an 87-yard punt return for a touchdown, which I think is the first Chargers punt return touchdown, like almost 10 years.
Yeah, I remember hearing something like that.
I think Travis Benjamin might have been the last guy, but even then,
I don't think that Travis Benjamin was not 10 years ago. He was like 7.
Something around there. It's been a long time. Maybe Sproles. Might have been since Sproles.
Yeah.
So it had to have been 10 years.
All right, moving on. Some injuries from Week 9. Daniel Jones out for the season, torn ACL.
That boy knee folded.
Just gave out on him.
That
2
boy.
sacks from Crosby back to back.
When we gonna talk? Wait, that was in Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was about to say. Normally, their turf doesn't do that to people's knees.
And Kyler Murray is returning Sunday, 3 days before a new COD drop, which is crazy.
Yep.
See how he performs.
I still think it's. Also, we're gonna talk about the Bengals winning their 5th straight game.
Sheesh.
4th straight game.
Yep.
Joe Burrow's not fucking playing with y'all no more. He's tired of Joe Mixon looking like Joe Mixon from 3 years ago.
Yep. Too bad he didn't look like that last year when I had him in fantasy.
I got him this year. You know it's
I don't
crazy.
have him in anything.
Jonah Williams is considered like the 12th ranked right tackle in PFF. All that shit he talking
Not
about.
that you care about PFF.
I'm just like.
Now you care about PFF.
I'm just shocked that Jonah Williams.
Don't pay Jonah Williams, because if that's the case, then Cole Miller is twice the player that he is.
Oh, no. Cole Miller is 5 times the player Jonah Williams is.
Just as long as we're aligned there.
It's just Jonah Williams talked all that shit about wanting to be traded, and then Joe Burrow's like, look, motherfucker, you're not a left tackle. You could be a great right tackle, and we'll forget about Lyle Collins, or you could be a bum-ass left tackle and keep getting me sacked. Or you could be a really good right tackle and get paid. Like, what do you want? And by the way, Jonah Williams is from California. He's one of those California recruits who went to Bama, like Najee Harris did. So, yeah, he's in a contract year, and he's probably going to get paid.
Yeah, Najee might have tread on his tires if he didn't go to Alabama.
He probably would have. I don't get why he stayed in, but it's like, hey, man, you're the all-time leading rusher in Alabama. Congrats.
I mean, he could have got white girls at UCLA. He didn't have to go to Bama.
He's not going to UCLA. He would have went to SC. He could have went to Callum and the King, but, is what it is.
All right.
Shout out to Cali talent if they actually stayed in Cali.
Big games coming up this week. We got Ravens-Browns. Should be a defensive battle. I got both defenses. I kind of going back and forth on who to start, but I'm going to start the Ravens.
I found an interesting stat when I was doing game notes.
Isn't Deshaun playing this week?
Yeah. He's supposed to. I find it interesting.
So they'll probably be trash because Deshaun's low-key trash, but nobody wants to talk about it. Somehow that's getting buried in the narrative, even though he's making $50 million and he's only played 10 games.
Shoulder. But you know what's interesting? So, other than in college, Deshaun beat Lamar in college once, the one time they played each other. And then in the pros, Lamar is 2-0 against him. Because when he played for the Texans, Lamar washed him. More like the Texans were trash, so Lamar washed the Texans' defense.
It's not a rivalry, bro. Don't try to make that a thing.
No. Here's the thing. Lamar and Deshaun.
Lamar has his MVP, and
No. I know. I'm not. I'm just giving you the history. I'm giving the audience the history for those who just don't know. Like, they played each other in college, and the year that Clemson won the national title, Deshaun Watson beat them in that game, and then Lamar won the Heisman that year. Should have won the Heisman the next year, but Baker did what he did. Walk on, great story. It's kind of hard to beat. Louisville was Louisville's good the next year? I think they took a step down a year after Lamar's Heisman, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so Deshaun Watson and Lamar Jackson are both 5-0 against top 5 defenses after week 9 in their careers.
Bro, that was the most NFL Network stat ever, bro. Please don't ever bring that shit on the show ever again, bro.
I just had to say it.
Nobody gives a fuck.
I was like, what does that even mean?
Dumbass stat,
I've been thinking about that stat all week. I was like, what does that even mean?
Bro, did you see that Instagram I tagged you in where it was like broadcasters be coming up with the fucking weirdest stats? He's the first quarterback ever to score 3 touchdowns post-divorce.
While eating a pack of Annihilators and crying in the shower.
Like, what the fuck, bro? Keep that shit over there, bro.
Sometimes I kind of want to do that. But now, I just read that stat and I just been I just looked into the ether. What the fuck does that even mean?
Think about it.
But it's
top defenses change every week.
That's what I'm saying.
So is it top 5 defenses now? Is it top 5 defenses when they were going against them?
After week 9. Top 5 defenses after week 9.
So did they finish the season top 5?
That's what I'm saying. I just have more
top
questions.
5 at the time?
I just have more questions. I was like, this is why I wanted to be doing research, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm not gonna air my grievances. But So another crazy thing is the Ravens, like,
bro, can you stop trying to hype this game up? Nobody gives a fuck about this game.
No, but like the Ravens and the Steelers have like the two best defenses in the league. I mean, the Ravens the Ravens and the Browns. My bad. Okay. Like the Browns are having historic,
and the Ravens have a much better offense than the fucking Browns.
And you know what's crazy?
Period.
The Ravens defense is so historically great. Like they're
on a 2000 Ravens pace.
No, they're on the 2008 Steelers pace in terms of red zone. Like the number of the red zone scoring, it's like 33.3%. The only team that's had it lower was the 2008 Steelers that went on to win the Super Bowl.
But also look who they played.
Yeah, but everybody
and their offense has low key been
like, bro,
up and down.
Jadeveon Clowney is balling.
Like the
out.
fact that their offense,
like
the fact that Lamar
seven,
Jackson is in the top 5 of fantasy is fucking crazy because he's had some fucking stinkers, bro.
But he's completing like 74% of his passes.
And honestly, the Ravens fucked me last week by pulling him out, which is probably why I don't really want to talk about them.
Well, honestly, how do you think I feel about talking about the Raiders and the Jets? Because had Breece Hall just got 1 yard.
Here we go.
I just didn't know he didn't need 1 yard.
Truthers stand up.
He could have got 1 catch for 0 yards, and I would have fucking won my matchup. Instead, I lost by 0.6 of a point.
All right, Nikki, are you ready for your segment, or are you just gonna keep playing Spider-Man in front of us?
Traumatized.
Fuck.
I'm listening.
Are you playing Spider-Man?
It's your segment. Monday Night Football.
Ooh.
Monday Night Football.
I was waiting for y'all to be done.
Cut on Sway Lee though. Cut on Sunflower. Just don't play it.
I don't even have PlayStation, dude. You can't play that shit in front of me. That's fucked up.
No, that's dope. Hey, turn your
Don't be broke.
cut the lighting down. She said, "Don't be broke."
Look, I got the.
I barely even play Xbox. You want me to get another console?
I got the Spider-Man 3 Venom suit on right now.
Ooh. All that time you've been playing Spider-Man, did you actually finish that one show that we talked about or nah?
What one show that we talked about?
The one you said
Shameless?
I spoiled. Yeah.
No, I'm like midway through season 10.
God damn, I'm so lazy.
Bro,
that was 2 months ago. I ain't gonna say shit. I ain't gonna say shit, but that was like 2 months ago we had that conversation.
Anyways, Monday Night Football, we got quite the nail biter. I think I want to say it's the 3-5 Broncos versus the 5-3 Bills.
Bro, primetime games have been so fucking trash.
You know what's crazy?
Buffalo, clear skies, cloudy skies.
What are the results from last week? Who won?
Not me. I lost. I have it on my phone.
Pretty sure I won.
All right, well, while you do that, I'll take the Bills and I'll take the under.
I got the Bills in the over. It's funny because the Broncos have
been going under a lot, bro.
The Broncos haven't beaten the Bills in Buffalo since like 20.
Bro, stop with these fucking trash ass
it's been like
stats,
10 years, bro. No, they literally haven't beaten Buffalo.
What does that mean? That has nothing to do with this year. It's not even like they play that often, bro.
They
play like every third year.
Yeah, well, they haven't beaten Sean McDermott ever.
And they probably play in Buffalo every 6 years, bro. Like, who cares?
Well, they haven't beaten Buffalo in fucking almost 10 years. They out here ending streaks, though.
I would definitely go the under on that one for sure.
Well, over Buffalo gonna be pissed off.
All right.
Josh Allen has like the best record all time after a loss or a bye or some shit like that.
I feel like that would be Tom Brady.
Any other fucking trash ass stats you want to sit out here?
No, like he's damn near almost undefeated in primetime. Like his primetime.
I don't know when
he always plays good on Mondays.
I don't know when Kenny became
and
ESPN
Thursdays.
Stats and Info.
No, he always plays good on Mondays and Thursdays, but he's ass on Sundays. That's the funny part. He's looked like
interesting.
Total
All right,
ass.
so who won?
Leads the league in picks too.
For some reason, it doesn't seem. I'm trying to go through the last week's thing.
Someone got faulty records.
It seemed like I wrote it down. I guess I just had like a brain fart. It was Chargers at Jets over under 41.5.
I'm pretty sure.
Picked the Chargers.
Yeah, I think one of us picked the over and one of us picked the under.
I mean, there's only two options.
I just don't remember.
Yeah. I mean, I would have probably personally taken the under on that one, but I don't remember what the final score was. My bad. I guess we could just keep that an even week.
Nah, fuck that. I want to know if I won.
What the fuck?
Boo.
Nah, if anything, you got to go back and listen to the tape.
I'll go back through the tape and find the receipts later.
You fucking up stats and records.
Thank you. Come on, man. You're
supposed to be the
get Spider-Man one a week and you're just totally off your game.
So now you're just MJ.
You get money and you got Spider-Man. Like
she bought like 3 skins. She ain't even played yet. She bought like 3 skins.
But when she was on her undefeated run, she knew the fucking everybody's pick, all the scores, everything.
We talked about that. Also, when you lose, it don't count. Okay,
you don't buy skins in Spider-Man. You earn the skins. Anyways. Oh. I could start since the first line's about Oklahoma if you want. So
let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's just start the hemorrhaging now.
I don't know. I mean, I can't. I want to cry.
I think you know.
I was at work when during the game, and I was only able to catch the fourth quarter. It was painful. Probably, and if you didn't watch the game, you don't comment, because if you don't know, then you don't know. But it was maybe one of the worst officiated quarters of football I've ever seen.
Here we go.
I said not to comment.
Oh my God.
You didn't even watch. How are you going to say that?
Yeah, the USC Washington game, you said it wasn't going to sell out. They had 72,000 people. Let's talk about it.
That's not a sellout, but okay.
The announcers
take out the Heisman jerseys. It is
the actual announcers of the game.
They be lying
themselves. The announcers of the Oklahoma State game themselves, like literally out of their own mouths, commented on how poor the officiating was in the game. If that
on both sides, was it on both sides?
Huh?
Was the officiating bad on both sides?
No, they were referring to how Oklahoma was kind of getting screwed by a few calls.
I mean, Oklahoma was playing pretty bad too.
And then they talked about how if Oklahoma ends up losing the game, that Oklahoma fans are going to be very mad about the officiating.
Are they also mad that, like, one of the top running backs in the nation, I think he leads the nation in rushing now, Ollie Gordon, who may be related to Melvin Gordon, had 137 yards rushing and 2 tutties? I mean, well, where was the defense?
I'm sorry, wasn't it like 4 weeks ago that you were like acting like Oklahoma State was like the worst team?
Oh, no, I still think they're trash because they lost to an FCS school, but their running back like leads the nation in rushing. I mean, like, that's the only reason I'm talking about Oklahoma State is because they beat you guys. They beat you soundly in Bedlam.
Soundly?
I mean, they weren't supposed to be in that game. They were definitely not favored to win. Oklahoma. So you're saying Oklahoma lost a fair? They lost a fair one, or was it an upset? Because it looked like an upset to me.
They lost to poor officiating.
Come on.
If you average 6 yards a rush, 6 yards a carry, your defense sucks.
If you didn't watch the game,
I did though. I was in the press box watching it. That's the funny part.
So then you watch. So then you know exactly what I'm
bad calls about. Happen. Bad calls happen every day, B.
Okay, so you did see the bad calls.
Bad calls happen every day, B. Vince Young's knee was down.
So you watched the game and you saw the terrible calls and you know exactly what I'm referring to.
So you honestly think that's the only reason why Oklahoma lost? Not because they couldn't stop the run?
Okay. Just for one singular call, that no call, PI in the end zone that lost us the touchdown. Well, do you think that we would have lost the game if it wasn't for that no call?
Yeah, because you didn't win the game. You had the next play. There's always a next play in football. So if you don't execute the next play, then you lose.
No dog.
I mean, USC, people talked about USC, they could have beat Washington, but they didn't.
USC or the Raiders, you would have literally melted into the floor watching.
If it's the Raiders, I would have expected it. USC, I assume it.
Now you're talking about, that's football. Like, you know that it was that
I watched the Raiders lose because of an index card.
You can't fathom Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's not a good team. Can we just accept that?
Oklahoma.
They're 6-2.
Demolish USC.
Oh God, I don't care about. They don't even have. First off, USC has more wins. So
no, they don't.
Yes, they do. They're 7-3.
All right, can we keep it moving?
I'm just saying, like, Oklahoma's not going to be in the playoff, Nikki.
I don't hate on.
They
USC
lost to
the way
Kansas.
You
literally
I
said,
gotta jump in there.
You called Caleb Williams everything but a child of God.
They lost to 8-2 Kansas.
Oh, now they're 8-2 Kansas, even though you've never seen Kansas lose to Oklahoma in your entire existence as a human being. Come on, to a backup quarterback.
Broke out this. What does coincidence have to do with how good a football team is?
Because I know you don't care about Kansas football like that. You're only using them to advance your argument. Because you're an OU homer and you can't accept that they lost. They lost. Oh. Bedlam. This might be the last bedlam ever, and they lost to a dude with an ugly ass mullet.
I don't know what. You said you watched the game and you saw the calls, so you know. And
I did, but that's not.
Oh
okay.
God. All right, can we keep it moving?
Yeah, because here's the thing: USC got their ass beat, but everybody knew that. Like I said, my prediction for the USC Washington game was 63-42, and guess what? USC scored exactly 42 points and nothing more, because I knew their defense was ass, and they gave up 300 yards rushing to a team who was ranked 117th in running the ball. Alex Grinch. I got a video of him running into the tunnel. It's the fastest I've ever seen a man run into the tunnel. I think he knew he was fired the moment the game was over. They held Michael Penix to actually reasonable numbers, like 22 or 30, 2 touchdowns, interceptions.
Yeah, believe me, I know he was under for touchdown passes and
that was
yards.
That was shocking. And they held Washington's receivers to
not
under
that you
100.
watched parlays or anything, right?
I didn't. I was disgusted by it. But Kenneth Murray hit that parlay, so shut your mouth.
No, he didn't.
He didn't?
No.
Was he one tackle short?
No, he didn't get assists.
He didn't get, he had solo tackles.
No, he didn't get solos. He got assists.
Fuck.
So he hit it on the assists and solos, but he didn't hit it on the outright.
That's disgusting.
Assists.
See, Oklahoma defenders let me down again.
Not that you were watching or invested or anything.
No, I watched. I worked Monday night. I had to watch that horrible ass game.
No, I'm just saying, not that you were actively tracking anything related to parlays.
I wasn't. I was just disappointed. My fantasy team was disappointed too. But anyway, so USC gives up. They're probably going to. I already tweeted this out. Like I said, if USC played Michigan, they'd give up 500 yards rushing. They're playing Oregon this week at Oregon without their D coordinators fired, and they're probably going to give up 400 yards rushing. So when I say they're probably going to give up 400 yards rushing, and if they give up 350, I'm going to count that as I told you so, because I could probably predict the future on some of these things. Now, Caleb cried. Everybody got mad. But you know what? If I was like really close to being...
Why were people clowning him for that?
I'd be fucking crying too. Like, bro.
But if he went out and was fucking partying that same night, then people would roast him for that too.
If you put a Matt Leinart, you know...
So it's like, what do you expect from dude? Like,
if you put a John David
he's
Booty...
supposed to just not have emotions because he's paid and on the 1 percentile of what he does? Like,
bro, he literally...
That's just corny to me.
He literally played good enough for them to win, and the defense didn't get a single fucking stop until it was too late. And then Lincoln
Well, obviously not, because
it was too late.
They didn't lose 48-52, so clearly he didn't play.
It was 52-42.
Clearly,
that holding call where Taj Washington scored on that screen, which was
still
impressive. They called holding. No, they shot.
Did he score on every drive?
Every drive except one.
Okay, there you go.
But their defense.
There you go. That's a big one.
No,
that's a big one.
They punted a couple times, but. USC's,
bang bang Penix gang.
USC's defense.
Penix gang or don't bang.
No, it's more like Dylan Johnson.
I got a Penix jersey in the mail. Don't worry, man.
Dylan Johnson,
I'm a big Washington guy.
Shut the fuck up. No, you're not. Dylan Johnson had a top 5 all-time Washington Huskies rushing game. He had 256 yards rushing. He had 2 50-yard runs. One of them was a 53-yard touchdown, I think. And
bro, a 50-yard run though isn't even just stopping the run, bro.
Yeah, like when he got
that means that's someone literally taking your defense's soul.
He had like 100
chain, firstborn child.
Do you realize he had like 150 yards before contact, which means he had 150 yards and then somebody touched him.
Oh, that's trash.
Like that 52-yard run he hit the second level and nobody was there.
That's a failure all the way around.
Like. And they had a chance to get back in that game until he hit that 50, because it was 52-49 or something like that, because he kicked the field goal. And then you have that long-ass run, and it's like, yeah, Alex Grinch's getting fired. This is embarrassing. Cats are crying. And then they brought 8 dudes in there in the post-game conference, and Mason Cobb, Kalen Bullock, Shane
Did anybody
Lee.
say anything memorable?
I mean, everybody keeps – Kalen Bullock, I was like – he said – because I asked him, I was like, well, the one positive that you guys had as a defense is like Michael Penix didn't shred you like everybody thought he would. So, like, how do you feel like the DBs did holding their NFL receivers under 100 yards? He said, we got a lot to work on. A lot of guys weren't really in position. And, yeah, that's one aspect of it, but obviously we lost. So
that was kind of a dumbass way of looking at the game, because if
some of them didn't even watch tape.
If someone's rushing for 300 yards, why would you stop running the ball? If you have 250-yard runs, like that's not all.
They kept running the ball.
That's not all. Penix didn't tear us up like people thought we would. We stuck with the run because clearly it was working. Like
I was pretty much just like
it's not coming. Like it's not that hard to think. Like,
I was like, Kalen, like passing wise,
I only watched like half the game, and like
but
I
Penix had
together.
Penix had the throw of the year when he was running out of bounds. It was like 30 and 18th. He was like running out of bounds damn near, and he launched it. And I was about to stop recording. I was like, holy shit. He saw the tight end in the back of the end zone. That's why he should be the number 1 overall pick, just based on that throw.
I don't want him to go to Chicago.
I mean, he shouldn't, but I think he's a better fit in Chicago than Caleb is.
Fair enough.
Because they're going to expect Caleb to be Michael Jordan. And again, if you're watching a Lincoln Riley offense, by the way, we're going to get to that Lane Kiffin shit. Total scumbag. But I'm going to let Nikki eat through him. But when it comes,
Nikki and Kenny agreement in college football.
Yep, the meme where 2 people from different skin colors are shaking hands, and it's the Rocky theme. But yeah, you've seen it.
All right, guys.
Anyway,
let's keep it moving.
No. So if you watch every time Lincoln Riley has a superstar quarterback does enough to win. The defense fails every time, and Lincoln Riley actually didn't fuck up the play calling this time because Austin Johnson had they were averaging 12 yards a run. Austin Johnson had over 100 yards, touchdown. Even what's his name? The TCU transfer, Reggie something. I think it was Reggie Barlow. Yeah, Reggie Barlow. He had a 42-yard run and touchdown. They were running the ball great. Even Raleek Brown, who everybody thought was redshirting, apparently he could play in 2 more games before his redshirt status is affected. He scored a touchdown. It just came down to the defense's ass. Everybody was out of their gap. It was just, I don't know why they don't play Bear Alexander and Kion Bars together. Those are 2 run-stuffing D tackles. But you use Stanley Tavai, who's a converted middle linebacker, because I guess you want people to shoot gaps, but nobody's ever in their gap. And the linebackers don't make fucking tackles. They make tackles downfield. They don't play in the backfield. It was embarrassing to watch.
All right, final word on USA game.
They're gonna be 7-5, probably 7-6, because I don't see Caleb playing in a bowl game. There's no way in hell they're beating Oregon and UCLA, and they'll probably end up in the LA Bowl, like I've been saying. And I don't think Caleb's gonna play in that bowl game, nor should he. He owes USC nothing else. They squandered a legacy. They squandered 2 potential national championship seasons. They could have stolen a national title last year. I think they could have beat Georgia. They could have stolen one last year. And they could have definitely been in contention to outright win one this year if they had just fired Alex Grinch after the Tulane game.
All right, let's move on.
And also, Texas plays TCU.
What are you going to say about Lane Kiffin?
Oh, Lane Kiffin pretty much went off on a player, cussed him out. They got audio pretty much saying, read your fucking rights about mental health. Because he took a 2-week mental health break. He's going through something. And he pretty much, I'll let you go listen to the audio. It's fucked up. But he's like, read the fucking, read your rights. We can literally kick you off the fucking team. Get your shit together or whatever. And it's just Lincoln Riley proving once again he's a piece of shit.
You mean Lane Kiffin?
I mean, sorry, I said Lincoln Riley. I'm sorry, Lane Kiffin, my bad. Yeah.
Lane
Freudian
Kiffin
slip. I'm sorry.
Piece of human no way. What?
Lane Kiffin's a piece of human feces. Every once in a while, he reminds you he's a piece of fucking shit, and he deserves to get fired on the tarmac like a little hoe. You don't say that to a player. First off, he's not an employee. It's not a no-call, no-show thing. Like, these kids are going through shit. Like, some of these kids are COVID kids. So they're probably dealing with shit with their eligibility, injuries. Like, they're going through all types of shit. And, like, you can't sit up here and say you support kids with mental health issues and then you're talking to them like that. Like, especially for a dude who's never won a fucking national title as a coach or even been competitive like that. You should probably really chill the fuck out. Like, Ole Miss was a lucky spot for him. So, yeah, fuck Lane Kiffin in that regard. Michael Penix has pretty much wrapped up the Heisman.
Week 10, we got Michigan versus Penn State, 2-9. Michigan's going to run them?
Nah.
Beat the dog shit out of them?
I think Penn State could steal one. And also, they might get banned from postseason play because of the sign stealing. Like,
but they allege that
everybody else
gave them signs.
Yeah, but it's bad. So I think they'll let them play, but I'm just not impressed by Michigan this year.
Tennessee versus Mizzou. 16.
I think Tennessee should win that. Mizzou played Georgia pretty good. I just want to see Georgia, Alabama. Because there should only be one SEC team in the playoff. There's two of them. It's bullshit.
And Mississippi versus Georgia.
I hope Mississippi upsets Georgia. I want to see Georgia lose. They suck. I'm sorry. They're the most unimpressive defending national.
Is it Mississippi, Ole Miss?
No, there's Ole Miss and then there's Mississippi. I'm thinking Mississippi State. Never mind.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's Ole Miss. So yeah, it's Mississippi, I guess.
So you're rooting for Lane Kiffin after you just dog walked him?
I mean, fuck Lane Kiffin. I want the players to win.
Fair enough. All right, moving on. Touchdown or turnover. We got out there in 15 minutes. Thank you guys. I'm proud of you guys. You guys are showing progress out in these streets.
We just equally hate Lane Kiffin.
Signs a 4-year extension worth $98 million after trade to Bears.
That's crazy.
That's a steal.
I'm going to say it's a touchdown. However, with the caveat that it's a turnover because why didn't they re-sign Roquan Smith? Like, and Roquan Smith low-key sub-dissed them for no reason. Was like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't waste my career there. Which is also crazy because he was all hyped to go there when he got drafted there.
Didn't realize,
to carry on the linebacker lineage.
I didn't realize they do bad business.
But yeah, Sweat had like 8 pressures tonight, I think.
Yeah, 6.5 sacks before he got traded.
So yeah, good move.
Yeah, ain't no way Chase Young gonna get that much money. It's smart to pay him now. That's not really a bad deal when you look at how much certain guys are gonna like. How much is Brian Burns gonna get? Definitely more than that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Nick Bosa already set the ceiling.
It's kind of early, but whatever. Titans are naming Levis the starting quarterback and throwing Tannehill on the bench.
Touchdown, because really they've been trying to get Tannehill the fuck out of here for a solid 3 years.
Does Tannehill end up the Raiders quarterback next year?
How long has Tannehill been on the Titans?
4 years.
Damn.
He's 4.
They've been trying to get rid of him since he lost that game when they were up 21-0 versus the fucking Chiefs.
Oh, the Bengals. They wanted to get rid of him after that Bengals loss, for real. They choked against the Bengals.
Who was the Titans quarterback in 2019?
Probably Mariota. I don't fucking know.
No, it was Tannehill.
Still Tannehill?
Tannehill?
Mm-hmm.
Tannehill was the quarterback that knocked Tom Brady away from the Patriots forever. That was him.
That used to be him.
That was the last quarterback that Tom Brady played against ever, and as a Patriot.
That used to be him.
Jesus.
That Tannehill ain't here no more.
Ryan Tannehill is the man who last beat Tom Brady in a Patriots uniform.
I mean,
I think it was more Derrick Henry running the rock, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure Deron Hammond had a pick six, or
did they have?
Was it Logan Ryan who had a pick six in that game?
Did they have AJ Brown then?
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton.
They definitely had AJ Brown.
Got that
Tannehill just gets the wreck.
No, not Cortland Sutton. Corey Davis, I meant.
Yeah, Corey Davis. Shit. You saw that one UCLA linebacker, Jayon Brown.
He's from Cal.
Jayon Brown went to UCLA.
Are you sure? I thought he went to Cal.
No, he's from Cali, but he went to UCLA.
Okay.
Google it.
I believe you, but I think he's from Cal. But yeah,
he's from Cali. He didn't go to Cal. He went to. UCLA.
I think he's from Cal, but I believe you.
He's UCLA. We can. I'll Google.
I believe you. I believe.
I'm gonna just end all doubt. I'm gonna just.
All right, next one. He's really not worth talking about this. By the way,
Rams. The Rams are signing Carson Wentz amid Stafford's injury concerns.
They knew Stafford wasn't going to fucking play when you saw the replay.
It's a turnover because they took Jared Goff over Carson Wentz. So that's just crazy.
That's karma. That's their karma.
Yeah.
And Stafford got a fucked up finger, so
Stafford
Wentz
shit
will probably end up playing before the year's over.
Stafford shit looked horrible when I saw his face. I was like, bro, you knew you wasn't going to play. Going to have Brett Rippon taking all the first team reps. Shout out to Nick Hamilton.
And Blueface is going to take his girl, bro.
Blueface has enough problems.
She's just going to want to try it one time.
Can we just not talk about Blueface, please? That's just gross. UCLA.
I said I believe you.
He's part of the. I'm surprised you didn't. How are you not standing Jayon Brown enough? I think he went to Long Beach
because he was ass with the Raiders.
I think he was. Yeah, but he was great.
And he
UCLA.
was low-key ass with the Titans out last year.
But I mean, I think he helped beat USC. Like, I'm surprised you're not hyping up. You were standing UCLA linebackers during that time.
He's not that good, bro.
What year did he come out? He's 28.
Yeah, he's kind of young.
Damn. The 2017 was that when Miles Jack? No, that wasn't. That was after Miles Jack.
That was after. That might have been like the next year.
And he was first team All Pac-12. That's crazy. Brown
got injured. Jaylen Brown is for sure from Cal.
Jaylen Brown, the Cal guard for the who played for the Celtics. Oh yeah, he definitely went to Cal.
All right, moving on.
Touchdown or turnover. Martavis Bryant is returning to the NFL.
This is a motherfucking turnover. Martavis Brown hasn't played in 4 years, and we last saw him with the Raiders, and he caught like one pass, and that was it. The Cowboys are so damn desperate for a receiver, they were better off signing Brandon Marshall or Dez Bryant.
I'd rather just
Marquise Lee.
I'd sign T.O.
Robert Woods.
I'd sign T.O.
I'd say, what about Terrell Owens?
I just said it. I'd sign T.O.
Probably is.
I'd sign T.O. ASAP. At least he knows the full route tree.
Touchdown or turnover.
And he'll be like, that's my quarterback.
So it's a turnover?
It's definitely a turnover. What's the South Alabama receiver, I guess, is
just throw it to Brandon Cooks, bro. They don't even throw it to him.
That's the problem with the Cowboys offense. If they're not throwing it to the best receiver on the team or handing it off to the best running back on the team, they have no fucking hope. It's been the same thing for 10 years. When Tony Romo had T.O. and it was Julius Jones, Marion Barber.
Oh my God, bro. You don't have to go on a 10-minute thing about this.
They had Jason Witten. If they are not throwing it to the number one guy at each position, they literally just don't fucking get the job done. It's been like that for 10 years.
Brandon Cooks is there in like big play moments, I would say. Tony Pollard, though, starter.
Ooh, sound like somebody said that.
Ooh,
get those inside runs. It's not looking so. It's not so looking so great.
I mean, no, he looks fine.
Yeah, when the box is loaded, it's a different game.
When you can't send him in motion.
Also, the O-line is struggling right now.
The O-line's been struggling for like 5 years.
I just think
someone's always hurt on that O-line.
Cutting Zeke hurt them.
So I expect that it's a large part of it because he can't even get through a hole in the first place.
I think if they had Zeke just on a contract that respected him, they would be better off. But Jerry didn't want to pay him.
Well, technically, he paid him to go away, so he still paid him.
Obviously, like it's a different offense. so whatever. But I mean, Zeke looks just as mid as he did in the Cowboys with the Patriots. So
not really though. He's
that 74-yard run showed he has something left.
If Zeke left the team tomorrow, we would see absolutely zero.
He's made plays.
That's because your whole offense is ass.
Yeah, and he's also had like 2 games where he outperformed Ramondre Stevenson with like half the touches.
And if that 74-yard touchdown,
Stevenson hasn't looked great either.
Other than one run.
Other than those
one run last week.
Because they don't play him. They don't fucking give him the ball.
They don't give either.
They were giving him the ball. He had like 14. He had like one game where he had like 14 touches and like 20-something yards.
Last game he had 16 carries, 87 yards, I think 2 touchdowns. And he had a career yard.
And that was his best game of the season by far.
Career long run.
Because they gave him the motherfucking ball for once.
And what school did he go to?
But he's from Vegas.
You don't know what school he went to? He went to Oklahoma. He went to Oklahoma. He went to Oklahoma.
Huh?
He went to Oklahoma.
Okay.
Wow. I think you were quiet. You didn't say nothing. I was worried.
I was ready. That's why.
I wasn't going to talk shit. I was just telling you went to Oklahoma. Talk shit when you went out because I was like, you didn't have a great year, bro. I don't know why you're leaving for the draft. And then you shut me the fuck up.
Bro.
All right, take your tangent.
Certain running backs just get better when they get away from Lincoln Riley's offense. It's crazy.
Lincoln Riley's a piece of shit and he's a coward. But he's a good offensive coach.
I'm just saying running backs do better when they get away from his offense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I agree and disagree. I mean, Eric Gray was excellent, but...
Didn't he win Senior Bowl MVP?
Kelsey passes Gonzalez for most receiving yards in Chiefs history.
He was the better tight end, had a better blocker.
Hold on. You ready for this? You guys want to hear a joke? Let me tell you a joke.
A killing joke?
2.08 yards per carry. 3.3 yards per carry. 3.1 yards per carry.
Got him on your fantasy team.
2.14 yards per carry.
8 yards per carry.
3 yards per carry. 4 yards per carry. 3.7 yards per carry. And then 9 yards per carry.
The fact that I guessed that's the second time today. First it was the $37, now this.
Yeah, but they should give him the ball more. Woo!
Hour back.
What are you trying to make?
He's pretty much saying Ramondre Stevenson is trash.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. I like him.
The way you read
He's from Vegas. I'm just saying.
What high school you go to?
I don't know. I just know every time they play the Raiders, they hype it up that he's from Vegas.
I don't know why you care.
Stevenson is so ass. Then what does that make your king, your GOAT, Elliott, for backing him up?
You said ass,
bro.
in a very country fashion, and I respect it.
There was actually a couple games where Zeke averaged more yards per carry.
See, he got that 74-yard run, and it's like, okay, he's just.
And they pulled it back. They called it back.
If he was on the Texans, I think he would have better numbers.
What does that make your GOAT for being lower?
Honestly, he should have went to the Chargers.
I don't know why he didn't.
Yeah.
He'd be getting all the short yard carries. Eckler would actually get more receiving touchdowns.
Tom Brady is going to be advising Mark Davis on who to hire as the new.
Whoa, is that factual?
It's entirely factual. You can Google it.
I'm gonna say it's all right.
I'm gonna say Mamakusa.
I'm gonna say it's all right as long as he doesn't become the new Marcel Reese.
God damn, was Marcel Reese that bad?
He doesn't become the next Marcel Reese.
Was Marcel Reese that bad?
That's what everyone says. That's what you guys, the field, say.
Man, Marcel Reese, I get why he was probably mad. He knew he could have been an all-pro tight end, but they didn't use him like one.
But yeah. And back to Nikki's point about my GOAT. He's actually had 4 games this year where he's averaged over 5 yards a carry.
Doesn't he average like 3.8 yards a carry this year?
Yeah, they average about the same.
How many carries?
7 to 8.
Anyways,
damn,
he had one where he had 16. He had 5 yards a
She
carry.
didn't have to do you like that.
And a touchdown. And y'all won.
They're playing a favorable matchup this week.
And that was against the number 1 defense. But fuck that, right?
I just want to point out the Patriots have beaten the Colts like the last 9 out of 10 times. And they're undefeated overseas. So.
Okay. Bro just got the most random of stats in this page.
I'm just letting you know, like, so
yeah, bro,
this will probably be
I don't know what the fuck, what media you consume this week, but whatever it is, don't ever watch it again, bro.
I'm just telling y'all, like, no, to settle this debate between you two, like, this will probably be the one game Zeke or Ramondre goes off. So we'll settle it against the Colts because the Patriots just own the Colts.
Times, that's fine, but like the random like overseas bit, like.
It's true. Shit, they're 3-0 when they play overseas.
Okay,
and they've won 9 straight. They've won 9 out of 10. They're playing overseas, bro, against the Colts. That's the reason why I brought it up,
bro.
You're not even gonna watch the game. You're not even gonna be up to watch it. You're gonna be asleep still.
I'm not gonna get up at 6:00 in the motherfucking morning to watch Mac Jones under center.
So you're not a real Patriots fan.
Oh my god!
So you're not a real Patriots fan. Damn, you don't know ball and you're a traitor to the Patriots.
Damn, you would get up. You would get up that early for a fucking.
Damn, she a turncoat
for a 10 a.m. kickoff in fucking Norman.
Might as well be a Commanders fan. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I'd be drunk the entire time, so it'd be different. I wouldn't have.
You got money now? You could get drunk on a Sunday.
You got enough money to not sleep.
That's my own.
Yeah, you black out, and then next thing you know, you're done by 4, and you're asleep, and you wake up the next day at 6 a.m.
Your salary now. Your salary now.
Work and then black out on Saturday night, and then just not go to sleep. Then yeah, like maybe
you won't.
I'll stay up.
You won't. You'll be crying because Oklahoma might lose their next game. Who's Oklahoma playing?
Wash Queen. You're the Zeke of drinking.
That's fucked up.
You're the Zeke of drinking. Washed.
Damn, that's crazy work.
So then you're the Ramondre Stevenson?
Yeah. You're averaging 2 claws a night and knocked out.
Damn, you knock out after a white claw? That's just...
I'm behind you in the depth chart. You know,
y'all play West Virginia.
All right, let's get through this fucking segment.
Tom Brady's advising on hiring the next coach.
I think why not? Fuck it. Just don't fuck it up. Like everyone else, Mark Davis is trusted.
Not gonna fuck it up. If anyone's not gonna
fuck it up, Buttercup.
I don't know, man.
I'll say one thing.
Peyton Manning's fucked some shit up. Elway's fucked some shit up.
Very well.
What is Peyton Manning actually fucked up though?
Everybody knows that half the reasons he
that was John
and joined the Bucs was because he knew that was a coach that he could work with. He's smart. His football IQ is gonna be. Let me stop dick riding for 2 seconds. Hold on.
Yeah, I was like, are you gonna wear a saddle while you're doing it?
Shit, they might trade a first-round pick for Mike McDaniels.
The fuck is wrong with you, Pete? Don't say that ever again out loud, Pete.
Is he has a good track record. I think he's going to help Mark make a very good decision.
Don't hire any former Patriots.
He ain't gonna hire no fucking former Patriots, dude.
That's funny because Brady's a former Patriot.
Snowball's chance in hell that happened.
Brady's a former Patriot, or is he a former Buck? I don't know. Which one is it? Last time he won a Super Bowl with.
Tom went to his welcome home Tom game earlier this season. Was like, oh yeah, New England's always going to be my home or whatever.
Didn't they lose that game?
Here's what's gonna happen.
They lost that game.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Brady's the OC.
Here's what's gonna fucking happen. What's the thing you and I have both been saying we don't want to happen?
Jim Harbaugh, Michigan man.
It's gonna happen.
I told you, bro.
It's gonna happen.
I said this.
I said that the same time you did.
I said it.
We literally said it at the fucking same time.
I said it last season though. I said if Harbaugh.
You did not say that last season.
I said if Harbaugh got them almost to a national title
game. Get the tape, bro.
I said if he gets Michigan to a national title game,
get the tape.
Buddy's going to the league.
Get the tape. But you didn't say the Raiders.
Well, the Raiders had fucking McDaniels and we were in hell, so that's different.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Can't have a black head coach for too long, huh? Typical. I mean, I pick Brian Flores, but whatever. So I know he won't tank.
Whoo.
Brian Flores, get Eric Bieniemy out of Washington.
All right, 3 more.
Keep Graham as D coordinator. It's a black ass front office right there.
Texans running back Dare I want to say Ogun.
He went to TCU.
Ogun Boale.
His sister plays in the WNBA.
Okay.
The whole athletic ass family.
Let her finish.
I was just hyping her up. Sorry, damn.
You save that for your time. Fuck.
You see that? All right. Anyway, Channel's inner Wes Welker, lol. Sorry, I had to put my little Patriot friend in there. The kicker gets hurt. I guess I didn't get to see the whole clip, but the kicker gets hurt, and he's just like, "Fuck it." Put the team on my back, and he goes out there and successfully kicks a 29-yard field goal to put his team in a position to win, in which they eventually do.
I'll just go first with this one. He played football at TCU. He's a running back. His first love was soccer, and he's really good. Kai Fairbaugh, the former UCLA kicker, who plays for the Texans, got hurt. They needed an emergency kicker. They practiced kind of week, and he did it. I think he was doing kickoffs too. And honestly, I think he should be allowed to be used as a kicker. And if he scores a rushing touchdown, I should get points for that shit too. Do it like Taysom Hill. But yeah, he scored
I agree
a
with
field
that.
goal, and I think he kicked an extra point. So it was him. I think Wes Welker, Chad Johnson. There's a couple guys.
Sidebar, but did you see when fucking Julian Edelman caught a fucking stray for no reason?
Oh yeah, from Tom Brady.
Yeah, that shit
when he
was
stood next to
funny.
Wemby.
Yeah, that shit was funny. He was like, "Hey, Julian Edelman, is this how you felt your whole life?"
Because Edelman catches everything, including a stray.
Yeah. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Edelman catches everything,
All right, next one.
even steroid bans.
Ooh.
So is Dobbs and May? Okay, I wrote this before finding out Josh Dobbs was a rocket scientist, so keep that in mind. But I said, is Dobbs and Mayfield evidence of a simple textbook football still being effective in the league?
What the fuck does that even mean?
She's saying that because Mayfield won last week in fucking 3 days, and now Dobbs won
Yeah,
after
last
never
year.
taking any snaps in their center.
Dobbs was.
Is it important to just keep it simple and you can win?
Well, two things. Dobbs had a much more impressive college career than Baker did in terms of individual success.
Wait. There you
Yeah,
go.
I don't know about that.
No,
bro.
like, bro, he beat Alabama. Go that Hail Mary
Mayfield
was.
won a
Bro,
Heisman.
Tennessee
though,
was.
dog.
Tennessee has been ass forever. Oklahoma's used to winning. That's what I'm saying. He elevated Tennessee.
9-5 the year before Baker started.
Bro,
Anyway,
and
continue.
Oklahoma's used to winning. Tennessee was ass, and they couldn't beat Bama.
That wasn't the point. The point wasn't to compare the two. The point is,
I'm saying Dobbs
do
was
we
a fucking
overcomplicate
rocket.
it?
Dobbs did that in college while being a rocket scientist. Therefore, like that dude.
Damn, she dropped off. She got so mad.
That dude's brilliance is next level. Is what I'm saying. Like
You're gonna have to let her back in.
I wasn't trying to like shit on Baker, but I'm saying him being a fucking rocket scientist and playing quarterback is more impressive than anything else anybody else did. So, like, yeah, that's more impressive than a QB winning a Heisman or even a national title or even the academic Heisman. This motherfucker was a rocket scientist and majored, you know, the type of math he's good at doing and calculations and all this shit. Like, that dude's a fucking
Fuck
genius.
all that, bro.
And he chose to play
Fuck all that. That has
football.
nothing to do with football, bro.
Yes, it does. He's a rocket scientist.
He went out there and made
That's
fucking
harder
plays.
than football.
He went out there and made fucking
Bro,
plays.
he had to
bro.
learn the cadence on the sideline.
That
during
has
the game.
nothing to do with being a fucking rocket scientist, bro.
You ever-
if anything,
That's pressure.
If anything, that's the antithesis of what this is.
It's antithesis.
Whatever.
I need you to learn how
The
to say
point
words.
is-
Antithesis.
The point is, he went out there, he got the ball to his playmakers, he made plays, and also,
But also, it's the Falcons.
I
so
think,
there's that.
I think the Falcons' defense was overrated. I've been thinking that all season, and also, I think in general,
I said this earlier in the show.
defenses are just kind of overrated. Like, good offense is going to be great defense in these day and age.
I mean, I said it earlier in the show that he's from Georgia, so he probably, like Bomani Jones said, he's from Georgia, so he knows you always got a chance against the Falcons.
Pretty much.
And yeah, like you can't tell me being a rocket scientist isn't fucking impressive while you're the starting quarterback out of college, and then you end up beating Bama and then beating somebody else on a Hail Mary that Tennessee still talks about, even though Tennessee ain't really won shit since then, other than their game last year against Clemson. Like, Tennessee, like he's loved in Tennessee, probably more than Baker's loved in Oklahoma because Tennessee was ass.
bro.
So I'm saying this dude, his whole career has just been doing dope shit like this and flying under the radar.
You could have just said that.
I mean, I had to give some context.
You buried the lead. No, you buried the lead.
I had to give context.
No, there wasn't context. You buried
was
the lead.
definitely context.
Lead goes first and then context.
Cultural context. I hate you.
Lead goes first.
I hate you with
context.
the splash, so you got a reason to come back.
Definitely not.
Well, I write for TV, so it's different.
You lost me.
I write for TV. It's a little bit
All
different.
right, next one. J.C. Jackson not expected to travel with the Patriots. Take your tangent.
Didn't the Chargers GM come out and apologize for making that trade? I read that in a couple different places.
Well, didn't he get a pick that first week?
He did. He's playing pretty good, and he probably got hurt. Something's gonna happen.
No, I think it's something with his attitude or mental or like emotional. Like he's not fitting in, some shit like that. I don't think it's injury.
I mean, I'll be getting tired of hearing the Patriot way and we losing games. And Mac Jones is tied for like 4th in the league for most interceptions. Josh Allen, Jimmy Garoppolo, fucking Mac Jones, and somebody else all have the most picks in the NFL. And one of them, you can only justify Josh Allen.
All right, moving on. Fair fade. McDaniel's being pressed about Antonio Pierce randomly citing his Giants' victory over the Pats in the Super Bowl.
That's what coaches
Fair
do.
fade.
That's fair. That's what coaches do. If you fucking mad,
especially if you've been there, bro.
If you're mad at the fade, I beat your ass. Hey, that offense you put together, our defense dismantled it, bitch. And I was the quarterback of our defense that beat you. So therefore,
Facts.
Antonio Pierce, me, is smarter than you, Josh McDaniels. And I'll whoop your ass. And you can't come to my neighborhood, bitch.
All right.
And I'm going to be at my 6'4" in the parking lot on Chrome.
All right, next. The Raiders lit up cigars after their first win in the post-McDaniels era. Fair or fade?
Definitely fair.
Sure, McDaniels was smoking a blunt. I mean, I'm pretty sure
that was McDaniels.
Max was smoking a blunt on live TV. That's all I know.
That was definitely a backwood and probably a McDaniels loud pack. They had some sage in there. They had a Spygate. They were smoking that
smoke sage, dude.
I know it was a joke, but
I'm just saying.
I mean, the body need to be, you know, that whole room needed a fucking seance. They probably needed to inhale the sage. That's how bad it was. The culture was in there. Like
I clearly missed a lot.
Yeah, Bottom line is, you know that. Yeah, if I'm Antonio Pierce, of course I'm going to bring that up. Like, hey,
what?
The head coach would be like, "We fucking own the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I was a quarterback."
All right, bro. You got your shit off. Let's keep it moving. We already talked about it. All right, next one. Aaron Rodgers said he... What?
No, go ahead.
You're saying something. Now that we have your uninvited attention...
Why you said uninvited? That was
undivided,
rude.
I'm sorry.
That was so rude.
My computer was like shaking so hard from Kenny like hating on Baker Mayfield for the 800 millionth time that it actually shut down. So.
All right, before Kenny rebuttals and you guys go back and forth for 30 minutes, let me do the last thing.
I told you I wasn't gonna say shit.
Aaron Rodgers said he was, quote, joking when he said he'd return in a few weeks. Fair or fade?
Now talk about Aaron Rodgers again on this fucking pod. Like, I won't slander Baker Mayfield anymore if we don't talk about Aaron Rodgers anymore. Can we just agree, like right now in the middle of the street?
He's gaslighting
gentleman's agreement
into him returning, pretty much.
Gentleman's agreement.
But what else is he going to talk about in his fucking podcast appearance? He gets bread from Pat McAfee, so what else is he going to talk about other than his recovery and making everyone think?
You can talk about your recovery and say you can talk about your recovery and say not when you're not coming back. You can talk to your relationship with Josh Wilson. You can talk about how the fact that Breece Hall got pulled early. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, but when I fuck up names, it's the end of the world, and you got to stop everything.
I'll call him the right name.
Call me out. But when you fuck up names, it's like, yeah, whatever. You can't say words
properly. You said antithesis.
I'm just saying.
You said it's antithesis.
See?
You can't say words.
Exhibit A.
No, but you can't
Exhibit
say
A.
like
you called him Josh White, bro. Who the fuck is Josh White?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Who the fuck is the Jets starting quarterback?
Okay.
That white dude who probably is named Josh.
Don't try to cop a plea. Just make it seem like
I'm not copping a plea. I'm
You're
just
copping
saying
a slander plea.
I could have called him Joe Schmo. It'd be the same thing.
No, it wouldn't. All right. Rants. Nikki, go first, please.
I would love to.
Ooh, I like her energy. I'm scared. She's gonna cook.
Well, I'm sure I missed lots of positive talk about Baker Mayfield, but that train of positive, how do I say, light in his honor. I feel like Baker Mayfield is the bad luck Brian of the NFL. Bro cannot catch a break. He continues to try his hardest to perform for his teams and put his team in positions to win. He excels to the best of his ability, and ain't nobody want to give him credit. Ain't nobody giving him the time of day. He with the Bucs specifically, he's had a little bit of a revive, I believe, to his career. He's been playing exceptionally well. He's had a good attitude. He's been humble. He's just been trying again, week in and week out. He continues to put his team in a position to win, and I believe he's not getting enough credit for the work that he's been putting in. Specifically against the Texans, I had the misfortune of catching the second half of this game. I mean, it was an amazing. I don't want to say misfortune because it was a very good game actually. Baker looked amazing. I mean, he played amazing. He looked like him. Looked and played like he did in college. I mean, his attitude was amazing. Like his energy, he was bringing his team up. He did everything he possibly could in his power to put his team in a position to win. He literally drove down the field and got a touchdown with 31 seconds left in the game, and his fucking defense finds a way to fumble it, and he gets another loss, 3 in a row. Like how? Like it's crazy, man. I just genuinely don't understand how people can continue to despise this man and hate on this man and dismiss this man when he just has the luck of, I don't even know, dog.
The topping is crazy.
I mean,
are you sure you didn't want a saddle?
He is the most, in my opinion, he is the most over-criticized quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. I would have given that title to Dak Prescott a couple years ago, but Dak Prescott's mid as fuck now, so I give it to Baker Mayfield.
Something happened with the cord.
Not Justin Herbert? No, I'm just kidding.